The valve cover, I've already sanded it with 220 and 120 grit sandpaper, but in reverse, first 120 then 220, and I cleaned it up with alcohol and taped it all off and everything, so because it was really dirty. So I'm going to spray it now and get right back to you afterwards. So I looked it up, and this is the order of the bolts you have to tighten. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that's the order. I was looking at the valve cover, and I only have 11 bolts. So maybe I'm just supposed to follow this and just forget the 12, 13, 14. Probably. I don't know if this is a 1.8 or something, the diagram I looked at, or what, so I'm just gonna follow it like this, and hopefully that will work. And I'll show you on the valve cover what I'm talking about. Alright, so this is what I was really talking about, see? So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So basically start from the middle and then just go around, kind of like a... So that is the order, and I'm going to throw the gasket on and I'll get back to you guys. Alright guys, so I got the NGK spark plugs, 4 of them, and the part number is right here. If the camera will focus better. I got them from AutoZone. I just got the copper ones, so they were already gapped. I checked them. So if you don't know how to gap spark plugs, I just will show you 3 tools real quickly. I'm not gonna really show you how. I'm just gonna show you the 3 tools you can get to check the gap. So let me go to that real quick. Alright, so the first tool you can use is this. It checks the gap on the spark plug. Or you can use, where is it? A feeler gauge. You pull those out and each one measures a different one. Or you can use the most common one, which isn't the most accurate though. I think it's in here if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's right here. And that's what people use. Alright, so I'm gonna go and put this on the side of the engine for the valve cover. There's certain spots, like basically in the corners and stuff, like where you're supposed to put this. You can look it up, or if you're not sure, just put a thin layer, spread it with your finger. You know, you don't want to put too much, and this will seal it along with the gasket. So let me get to that. So I got the valve cover on. You just got to make sure the mating surface is really clean, and then put your gasket maker on, and you start with this bolt. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Excuse me, still getting over a sickness, but it really cleaned up this engine bay for now. You know, like I said, I'm doing sections at a time. And there's the headers on the side of the block I did. It looks pretty good with it, and it's only primered, so I could change that color or put a color on top of that, so I might do that. But now all I gotta do is drop the spark plugs in, put the wires back in, and put a couple more bolts, those 2 bolts, and she'll be ready to go. Yeah, put the PVC valve in, and this hose over here that leads over to right here. So I'm gonna set up the camera and do all that, so I might speed it up and give you guys like a little like quick thing about it, because it's not the most exciting thing, but we'll see. So it's a little windy out here. I finished this. I put the 2 bolts back there, they're in, put the wires in, spark plugs, and these are new hoses right there and right here, and the PVC valve, and the hose is new. I had to cut these to length, which took a minute. I don't have any screws in here currently because they didn't have them when I got the car. This one just had a Phillips, which I lost, and this one is filled actually. So I guess they stripped that, but it's just to hold this little bracket thing on. Eventually I'm going to get a catch can anyway once I turbo it, so it's not a big deal. But it looks pretty good. I like it. and it looks good to the block and headers. Eventually I'm going to change that color. There is a bracket that goes right here, which just points up. It's like a little circle thingy, but I'm going to throw that back on. It's not important right now though. I got to paint it, so. Also, I don't have a fuse box lid, so I made one out of like plastic. So it's a little temporary solution. I know it doesn't look the best, but hey, it's something to protect them. And I'm painting the tow hooks gray. Get a better look at those. Just something for now. It's a primer, so I'm gonna put them gray for now. Makes them stand out a little bit more. They were all rusty and nasty, so it's a lot better. Eventually I'll probably change the color to a different one. I don't know yet exactly what color, but this is probably gonna be it for this video, guys. So you know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content, and this is how you put your valve cover on. That's the order of, you tighten your bolts and all that. But there is more Miata stuff coming up, and March 15th I'm waiting on my school refund, like my loans and grants and everything for going to college, and then I am going to be putting a lot of cool stuff on this car. Mishimoto fans, radiator, coolant reservoir. I am going to probably get a cold air intake just to get rid of that nasty ugly box. Skunk 2 or whatever intake, and just a bunch of stuff, paint the engine bay, all that. Not now, but probably in the future, near future, I am going to be painting that car, or getting somebody to paint that cherry red again, so, because I don't like that color, and yeah, they should have just left it original. So until next time, guys, peace.